4 o'clock, I'll call the meeting to order. It is the Public Health, Safety, and Transportation Committee. It is February 27th, 2024, 4 p.m., and will the clerk please call the roll?
Chairperson Mike Seville.
Here.
Vice Chair Bill Donnell.
Here.
Alderman John Lash.
Present.
Alderman Ted Masiacos.
Present.
Alderwoman Wani Garza.
Here.
5 present.
All right. The next item would be the approval of the minutes, 24-0118.
So moved.
Approval of the
Second.
minutes from the PHS&T committee meeting held on February 13, 2024. Been moved by Alderman Masiacos, second by Alderwoman Garza. Any corrections, additions, or deletions? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carried. 5-0. Any members of the public wishing to speak?
No, there is not.
Okay, we'll go to the agenda then. We have one item, 24-0120. Okay.
I'm sorry, Chairperson. There is one person. Yep. He signed up before 4 o'clock.
So it's out there still.
Oh, we came back up. I apologize.
No.
Okay.
Adam Polly.
You want to state the rules,
Yes.
please?
Am I good to start?
No.
Give me 1 moment.
Okay.
We won't start your time yet.
Pursuant to Open Meeting Acts, all persons shall be permitted an opportunity to address public officials under the rules established and recorded by the council. Under our rules, any person may address the PHST committee for up to 3 minutes with a maximum of 30 minutes allotted for all public comment. No person other than the timekeeper or the chair for the purpose of maintaining order may interrupt a person recognized for public comment during his or her comments. Members of the PHST committee shall not engage with nor respond to a speaker during the time set aside for public comment. Staff is directed to follow up with members of the public with respect to any concerns raised during public comment within the scope of the city's authority following the adjournment of this meeting.
Adam Pauling. You have 3 minutes to speak. Starting now.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. We had our meeting of the 708 board the other day, and these past few months, October, November, been compiling a lot of data, particularly in the areas of addiction, mental health, things of that nature, and been really working on identifying barriers. I'm here today in accordance with our strategic plan and our objectives, which includes more intergovernmental cooperation. Some of the barriers that really have been identified so far have been gambling addiction and financial aid. So for gambling addiction, it's been really hard to find good resources for people. Gateway has something. It costs $6,500 out of pocket for those who do not have insurance. I had a chat with Madam Director about that the other day, yesterday, and her response was, well, you just kind of have to be persistent with it. So at that point, it really becomes a barrier. We need to really improve on our financial aid for people who have addiction to substances or gambling or anything else of that nature. Just talking with Colleen, she's a policy expert over at Mental Health Incorporated. Most people who are addicted to things, they don't have stable jobs, they don't have insurance, they don't have the ability to pay. We need a more robust system to provide financial aid for people so that they can seek the help that they need. The other big thing is gambling addiction. It's not just the casino. There's the machines in the bars, and sports betting, especially among younger people, has been a really big issue coming up. We need some more things in that area, and I'm still compiling data. And once I have more concrete solutions, I'll definitely be coming back here with that. And oftentimes people who work at casinos, I've heard this a few times now, if they work at the casino here or the one over by the airport, and I heard one over at Bally's too, if they so much as ask for help, they find an excuse to terminate them. So that is something that really needs to be worked on too, because the casinos were called what was it
Your
the other
time is
day?
up.
Thank you. Responsible corporate citizens. That was it.
Thank you, Mr. Pauly. Any other members of the public wishing to speak?
No, there is not.
Okay, we'll go to the agenda then, 24-0120, resolution establishing the maximum number of Class D Fox Valley Entertainment District licenses with self-service, strolling, and package sales endorsements. Unofficially related to the application from Fox Taps LLC, DBA Tapfield Social, Fox Valley at the Fox Valley Mall, 195 Valley Center, Aurora, Illinois, 60504 Wood. Jennifer.
Good afternoon. I have Mr. Toda here. He is the owner, so if you have specific questions, feel free to ask him questions. But in a nutshell, as you probably read on the Legistar item, the current owner and operator of the Tapville Social at the Fox Valley Mall will be no longer operating there as of March 1st. And Mr. Toto was involved, and he can explain his expertise in the area because he's certainly an expert in the area. He was involved in setting up the current owner at the mall when he first started. So Mr. Toto was actually here before COW and the committee a few years ago when the other business opened up. So we are asking to reissue a liquor license. It's a whole different business, a whole different corporation, I should say. Same business concept, same everything, except different owner. So Alderman Lash did bring up a good question. The photo that was attached in the Legistar item, and I had the same question for Joe too when I saw it. It does say that there's a sign in the window that says something about cocktails, I believe. And I asked Joe about that, and just to address it in advance, they only sell beer, cider, and wine there, and any cocktails that they make are made from wine.
Yeah. it's
Right,
like
wine.
topping yeah.
Yeah, so they are not allowed to sell hard alcohol there, but they do have drinks that mimic the traditional hard alcohol cocktails. And if you have any questions, he's here to answer.
Any questions to Jennifer right now? Mr. Toda, would you like to say a few words?
Yeah, thank you. So I was here a few years ago. I think I was one of the ones that helped to write the original ordinance to allow for strolling and self-service at Fox Valley Mall. I'm the owner and CEO of Tapville Social, so we've been operating in Illinois since 2016. So our first location was in Elmhurst, Illinois, so we were the first ones to bring self-pour to the state of Illinois. We also own restaurants one in downtown Naperville. It's a full restaurant with self-pour. We established the first self-pour kiosk at the Fashion Outlet in Rosemont. So that was the first strolling license that was granted in the state of Illinois by the mayor of Rosemont. We operate a location in Woodfield Mall in Schaumburg. And then we're getting ready to open up in Yorktown Mall. So those are all of our Illinois locations. We also we support franchisees. I think there's 13 locations that we have, all the way from California to Florida, Texas, Massachusetts. So we're kind of an expert in the area. And what we're doing in Fox Valley Mall is just acquiring the location from our franchise partner. So I've been involved. I was at the opening with Mayor Irvin when we first opened. So nothing's really changing with the concept, just a new owner and new management, basically. Even the equipment's going to remain that's there. So with that, if you guys have questions, happy to answer them.
Any questions on Mr. Toda?
Yeah, with all the experience you have with this is self-service, you don't have difficult with the young people trying to have wine or beer with no reality. Who is checking the IDs?
Yeah, that's a good question. All of our staff members are Bassett certified. And then what we do as part of the ordinance is we'll issue a wristband for anybody that's 21 or older. We check 2 forms of ID, and then the glass that we give out to the person that's going to be consuming the beverage, we give 1 glass per ID, so they can't walk away with multiple glasses. And then the mall security, which we've worked closely with, is able to, they understand the concept, so they're kind of keeping out. But there's always a risk that, an underage person could get a hold of a beverage. It's the same risk that happens in restaurants and movie theaters and things like that. But those safety protocols have seemed to work over the last, 6 years of doing this, so. But it's a good question.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Alderman Lash.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I don't know if this is a question for you or for staff, but since we've tried it for the last 6 years, have we had any problems with youth perhaps getting their hands on it? I know that the process in the store works pretty good, but I'm just curious if we've, okay.
I don't recall receiving any reports of any problems, and certainly if there were issues, that would have come to us very quickly, I believe. So not that I'm aware of that there haven't been problems. And I have seen the location on the first floor. It's pretty wide open out
Yeah.
there. I think that it would be hard for someone to sneak up if they were clearly underage and try to get served by someone who is Bassett trained, which we do require, because everybody can see you there. So,
Okay, thank you. They do, I've been there, they check your ID and you pay before they give you the glass, so,
Yes.
Thank you.
no further questions.
The
Thank
good thing is security around there. Yeah, because with young people, you never know.
Yeah.
Somebody can use the driver license or the ID from somebody's older and then pass to the youngest. But it's good that we have security there.
Yeah, in the mall manager, we have a great relationship with the mall manager and the security team. So, the concept itself is really one that helps to increase the dwell time for shoppers so that shoppers spend more at the mall. And it also creates, a unique experience. A lot of our customers are men, actually, that don't like to go shopping. So that's kind of a large customer base of ours. I will say, so we were the first ones to do this concept in 2019 in Rosemont, and we just got approval in Vernon Hills to add it to Hawthorne Mall. It's the same mall owner, it's Centennial, that owns the mall up in Vernon Hills. We got approval in Schaumburg for their dining pavilion. Yorktown's going to be voting on it. So it's something it's new for a lot of malls, that they're trying to create an experience that a safe experience, but an experience that helps shoppers. Even in other states like Florida and Texas, where we have locations, it's part of the law down there. I think there's no a special ordinance for it. So,
Any other questions of the committee?
Motion to approve?
Second.
Motion been made by Alderwoman Garza, second by Alderman Lash. Any questions? Hearing none, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed, motion carried, 5-0.
okay, thank you. Thanks for your time.
Thank you, good luck. Any other business to come before the PHS&T committee?
Motion to adjourn.
Motion to
Second.
adjourn has been made by Alderman Lash, seconded by Alderwoman Garza. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed, motion carried, 5-0. We are adjourned at 4:13 PM. Thank you, one and all.